What's going on, guys? OneEyedBandit back again with yet another video, and today I'm doing a Dragon Ball Fighterz breakdown for the new Broly trailer. Now, if you were here yesterday, you saw that I dropped my reaction. It was a very genuine reaction. I was hardly ready to give that reaction, but that video is already over 2,000 views. I've never gotten a video to that many views that fast before. I've definitely done it over time, but the fact that it got to that many views so quick was probably because of timing and things like that. But I just want to shout out to you guys for actually coming through with that and you know, watching that video if you enjoyed it and stuff like that. But today, like I said, I just want to go through and actually give my review and breakdown of this trailer, because there is a decent amount to talk about. Because Broly, first off, looks absolutely amazing. This character is most likely going on my team. Obviously, when we started, of course, Broly, this is his intro. I guess this is technically from when Paragus was like, all right. Well, no, because I don't remember when he actually broke off of the off his collar, honestly. But of course, you know, he just comes in, and then when we really get to looking at it, let me full screen this for you guys. So this right here, I don't know what it could be. I think it might be a command grab, because I know this character is most likely going to be very grappler heavy, and so I can't really tell what Gogeta is doing on like frame 1 right there. But if we just like slow it down a little bit, it definitely seems like command grab-ish with him using a key blast. Actually no, because you can clearly tell he was already getting hit, so this might be his like auto combo, honestly, his light auto combo. And if that's the case, it's a very cinematic auto combo, which is pretty nuts to think about. Like, they are going all out for these characters. I mean, freaking what's his name, Gogeta, very cinematic. Broly going to be really cinematic. As you can tell, he just looks really flashy. These trailers get better and better, even though they feel like they get shorter and shorter. But yeah, I think this might be his full light auto combo, and if so, that is really strange. This right here is definitely a command grab. Again, you can't really tell what he's doing on like frame 1, because it kind of just goes from one scene to the other. But I would imagine this would be a command grab that might switch sides. Can't really tell if he was on, you know, one side or the other before it happened, but he definitely like grabs Gogeta by the leg and just starts Hulk smashing him, so we love that, of course. And then I also can't tell if this, like, he slams him down and then he goes to dragging him by the face, right? I already knew this move had to be in the game, right? Because when he was dragging Goku's face like across the icy caps or whatever, I was like, they have to introduce that into the game. My thing was, how are they gonna do that? Because he dragged him through the side of a mountain and not on the ground. But this just works perfectly fine, because it still kind of captures what happened in the movie. But yeah, he drags him up and then throws him in the air. We're not too sure if you'll be able to like super dash after it. You most likely will be able to vanish, but he kind of throws him kind of far, so your opponent might be able to tech out of it. So you got to be wary of that. We'll all be able to test this once Broly actually comes out. Once Broly actually comes out and is in our hands. Then we have right here, looks like normal key blast. I hope it's normal key blast, just your special button, right? Because like, it's kind of rapid fire, so it means it'll be decent for neutral. The only thing I could be worried about is if you throw out one, are all of these gonna come out? Because like I said, he is throwing these kind of fast. Does it depend on how fast you're tapping the special button or what? Because I guess you could say this could easily be a quarter circle special move, kind of like Super Saiyan Vegeta's, but not as rapid fire as Super Saiyan Vegeta's. But this definitely is reading hopefully as normal Ki Blast, right? Because if this is not normal Ki Blast, I think your opponent is most likely going to be able to super dash through this. But again, I'm just hoping that it is normal, and I'm also hoping that you don't have to throw them all out at once. But the fact that it just looks so rapid fire, it just kind of makes me slightly believe it'll be his quarter circle forward special move. And I'll be all for it, but if it's super dashable, that again, that kind of sucks. Maybe you'll be able to vanish out of it and stuff like that, so we'll see. Then we get this move, just like Broly's, Broly's quarter circle forward, I believe. He also has this move, kind of, but of course, like Broly's, they're both Broly, so they're kind of the same character, and they're going to have certain aspects that are similar to each other. And so again, they gave him this move, but Dragon Ball Super Broly's has a cinematic end to it, or not a cinematic end, just like it has a follow-up to it rather. So this move is clearly going to be the ender for a lot of combos, it looks like, because again, and then you get a, looks like a hard or a sliding knockdown. So on the ground, that'll be again most likely your combo ender, but doesn't look like you'll be able to get anything, you know, and it doesn't look like you'll be able to get anything after it. So that's why I'm calling it the combo ender, or it could even end up being a move that you probably shouldn't use. Again, the trailer never shows off anything like on block or anything, so the opponent is definitely not blocking in the trailer, so this move probably not the safest to do, it's looking like. But it'll also be interesting to see if you always get this follow-up even if the opponent blocks it, right? Because imagine your opponent blocking this move and then Broly still coming, vanishing, and maybe like it's an overhead that you have to block. Not quite sure, just throwing out a little bit of speculation. And then this move, of course, it's funny, I thought this move right here would end up being his level 3, because if you guys remember in the movie, he throws this gigantic blast down at Goku, and of course, like before the movie came out, I was like, this right here is gonna be the moment where Goku goes Ultra Instinct. But of course he doesn't, and honestly, it wasn't that devastating of a move because, you know, Goku kind of tanks it and is able to blow it back or whatever. But I definitely thought this move would be his level 3 because of how massive it was in the movie. But they decided to go with his mouth beam as the level 3, which I don't quite mind, but I feel like the whole like huge spirit bomb type green orb blast would have been way better as a level 3, because in the movie it looked fantastic. Not saying his level 3 in this doesn't look amazing, because it obviously does. They did a really good job at the cinematics on it, but this move right here kind of reminds me of Jiren. If this ends up being his like I could see this being his air Ki Blast even, maybe. Probably not. That's probably like stretching it a little bit, but what did I do here? Yeah, but I could almost see this being his air Ki Blast. Most likely not. The reason I say that is because of how kind of quickly he throws it out. Like he just ends up in the air, tosses it down. Also could be his air quarter circle forward. And you know, again, it reminds me of Jiren. So he lands it, Gogeta bounces, and you might be able to get a super dash follow up. Of course, you can always vanish this most likely and get a combo that way, but definitely has a decent, you know, property to it. Like if you can super dash after this, it'll definitely give me like Jiren type vibes, because Jiren's works sort of similar, but as you can kind of tell with this, He kind of seems pretty far away from Gogeta to really do anything, so maybe you won't be able to super dash after it. Again, we'll just have to see when the character is actually released. Up next, we get obviously a level 1 super, and there's been a lot of speculation on how all of his transformations are going to work, and I have my own opinions about this, but again, he has this level 1 super. To me, it almost seems a little bit useless if I'm being honest, but you know, he goes Super Saiyan, smashes Gogeta down, kind of like a cooler level 1, and then it's weird what happens after this. This might be a level 2 super if I'm being honest, because again, he smashes Gogeta down, and then you can tell he's about to do some sort of animation after this, but the camera cuts so Gogeta is standing once again. He's not crashed down on the ground anymore, and so it's kind of hard to tell what Broly is doing after this certain super. But as you can see, this might be a super all of its own. He might have this, and then he might have this, because I mean, after he does the crash, right, it kind of looks like he's about to throw out a blast, if I'm being honest. Like, look at this, right? I mean, I don't know why he would throw out a blast, because, you know, once he goes Super Saiyan, crashes down, looks like he's about to throw out a blast, because it doesn't make sense for him to go from that move into this, where he kind of goes crazy, and you know, the blast go all over the place, and some of them hit Gogeta. You know, he powers down from that state, but some of these hit Gogeta, and then Broly lands, and we don't know if this might all be recovery frames, and so maybe this is a move you could just use to get your opponent off of you. And sadly, it looks like Broly can't really do anything after that, because it looks like he's still recovering. If he's not, then if you could follow this move up as like a level 1, that would be amazing. It would remind me a little bit of GT Goku, of course, but you know, Gogeta recovers the first part of this move, but there is more that needs to be blocked if Gogeta were to not recover into it. So, and look at like how it bounces Gogeta up, right? So if Broly is not recovering as he looks like he's doing in this shot right here, then I think there's a lot of potential to come from all the mess that's on the screen. Like maybe a mix-up can come and stuff like that. Reminds me a little bit of Krillin, because of all the damage that he's doing around him. But yeah, I'm still thinking those are 2 different level 1s maybe. It's looking like this character might have a lot of supers, kind of like Gogeta. But yeah, this move here, it just seems so safe to do. Obviously your opponent is not, like, it's like Cell's barrier, right? Your opponent is kind of forced to block this if you just throw it out. Like, I'm really starting to think about the move, because there's blast going everywhere. It kind of looks like he has a shield around him, so your opponent is not vanishing you. It just looks like there's nothing they can really do. But again, Broly powers down, and then we don't know what happens after that. This right here, he gets to stomping. I'm pretty positive that is his medium auto combo, so his triangle for the PlayStation boys out there. Shout out to y'all. So Broly gets to stomping. The thing about this is, though, this looks like his, I guess, the second hit of his medium maybe, or all 3 of these are just like either all of these stomps is one button, or the second part to that auto combo, or because, yeah, see, it's so confusing, because he does 1 stomp, 2 stomps, and then boom, big overhead looking move. And I could see this being an overhead, honestly, because of how crazy it looks. And then he goes into, again, another Super Saiyan ability level 1, and boom. So if we look at this closely again, I'm thinking 1, 2, yeah, so that first button, so your first triangle hit has to be these 2 stomps right here. Or maybe it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So two of the buttons are a, you know, low, possibly. Both of them are lows, maybe. Because that'd be weird for them to be like a middle button, right? Like, maybe imagine Broly having 2 lows into an overhead. Like, that'd be crazy. Because we know if you do triangle, 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 your character throws out, you know, 2 normals into his super, or whatever, yeah, into a super, into his like level 1. So this right here, this overhead, has to be a move you actually throw out, because there's no doubt in my mind that the 2 stomps, 1, 2, overhead as a move into his super, that has to be his medium auto combo, the full thing, right? So that's something to keep in mind, and that looks crazy to me. Like, again, it just sucks because Gogeta doesn't block anything. You can't really tell. But if this is an overhead, that is gonna be a large overhead. Kind of slow. This character definitely because I don't like big characters, so he's not gonna feel like my cup of tea. But it's fine because he's Broly. He's Dragon Ball Super Broly, the best Broly. So again, medium auto combo, boom, overhead into super. That has to be his full medium auto combo. And then, of course, there's a follow-up to it. Actually, no. You have, okay, into his level 1. This move here, which is cool. And then, of course, this is his level 3, where he goes Super Saiyan, loses the armor, goes into Berserk mode, does his mouth beam, and this is where the confusion comes from. It's like, does he stay in this form? And the sad thing is, I don't believe he does, because that right there, that was his cooldown. So after he does it, he goes into cooldown, right there. You can tell he's most likely going to lose the green hair, and then he stays in the black form, which is, this is my opinion on it. It's like they want the game to be like very accurate to the show, and this isn't accurate at all if he goes back to, you know, the black hair Azaru form, because one, he didn't fight in that form. Like, he fought in that form, but he didn't fight with the shirt off with that hair. Like, that just bugs me a little bit. Like, so if he could stay in the Berserk form afterwards, that would be fine. But we do know he does keep the buff that he gets after this, because we know he gains a power up after he does his level 3, so he keeps this buff if it gets landed. And so he keeps the buff, but he loses his hair. And this kind of confirms it as well. He obviously kills Gogeta with that level 3. And so this is his win screen. And of course you can see him clearly with no shirt on and the black hair. And he goes Super Saiyan for his end screen, which I know has to bug a lot of people. But it looks beautiful, right? It looks beautiful. And I don't mind it too much, but that was my thoughts on it. And of course we don't get a release date or anything. We have to wait on that. But shout out to me for turning a 1 minute and 32 second video, not even, it's barely a minute long. Shout out to me for turning a 30-second clip, a 30-second clip into a 20-minute video on me breaking down Broly. So basically, guys, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please remember that God and anime are always on your side. What do you guys think of Dragon Ball Super Broly? Are you excited for him? Do you not care for him? If you're one of those people, tell me why, because honestly, you're going to be the only person left out, because this character is hype. But anyways, guys, again, if you enjoyed this, like, comment, and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. If we get to 1K subscribers by January 17th, the release date of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, I will be giving a copy away to one of you myself. So please get to 1,000 by that date, and we will have a lot of fun on this channel. But that's all I got for you guys. Peace out.